Paul, you're into round 3 of the FA Cup, but it was a tough old afternoon out there, but you must be pleased just to be through.
Yeah, well, we knew before we come it was going to be a tough afternoon. We'd warned the lads of how they play and how hard they work and how difficult they are. How their long throws are always a problem, and to concede off a set piece was disappointing. But our first half performance was disappointing, really. So it was just too slow. No one took anyone on. No one took a risk with the ball going forward, really. I think it took about half an hour before we got the ball in the box, and I thought the 2 centre forwards worked really hard, in fairness, but got absolute zilch. So we spoke to them at half time, changed the system, and asked them to be a bit braver, and they were. So in the end, I thought we deserved it. I thought we created enough chances to win comfortably. But in the next round, look forward to another away game. Can't wait. That is absolute destiny, isn't it? Yeah. Trying to think how far we can go. Are Exeter still in it? Are they in it?
No, they're out. You mentioned there about you wanted the players to be braver on the ball. What else did you see in the second half from your side that you didn't see in the first half?
Just pace. Pace, take people on, cross it, take people on, play forward, don't play safe. Play forward, get at people, make them defend, get shots off, cross. It's a very simple game, complicated at times. So that's what I wanted, and that's what we got. I mean, it could be all on me. We changed the system, but whatever system we play, we should be able to run past people and cross the ball. We should be better as a group. Like, I'm part of the group, we should be better as a group. And I just thought, first half we weren't really at it, I think is fair to say. And we'd done all the prep, we'd warned them. And in fairness, I'm not saying it was all them, but we caused our own problems. So, but second half, I thought, like I said, we were a lot better. We changed the shape and played forward a lot more.
Was it a bit of a test of character at half time, or certainly in the second half? Maybe for both, but in terms of it was a disappointing first half. Yeah. That it could have gone one or two ways, but you got the equaliser pretty quickly, and that seemed to settle things down a little bit for you, because if their tails were up at half time and they were probably smelling blood.
Yeah, I thought we started the second half really well. Didsey had a chance, didn't he? And you start thinking, was it going to be one of those days? But the lads kept going and kept creating chances. Obviously, Sib scored an unbelievable goal, but we missed a lot easier chances than that. I mean, the one that Connor hit, I thought was in, and it hit someone on the goal line. It looked like, I don't know if it did, but... So I thought we produced enough second half to win, and there's just a bit more urgency in our play. Like we as coaching staff have to drive performance. That's what we try and drive. Now, if we win or lose, and sometimes the opposition are better, that's fair enough. And sometimes things happen in random games of football you can't legislate for. But our first half performance wasn't a team that deserved to win. Our second half performance was. But we just have to back it up in two halves if we want to win and turn draws into wins as well.
You mentioned Louis Sibley's goal, great goal, and he also put a ball in for the winner as well. Great header from David McGoldrick.
Yeah, great header. Well, it was like an absolute goal ball, wasn't it? As soon as it crossed, you think we do well to miss this. But the way our finishing was going, I thought there's a good chance we'll hit the bar or something, or we'll hit one of our own players. But yeah, a great win, and obviously that late on, and it's a good lesson for everybody that, like, if we play this sluggish way, I just don't think you've got to get the results you want. But luckily we've come out today, we've learnt our lesson, and we've still won. So it's even better to have a lesson and tell the lads what we think after a win. They'd listen a little bit better.
And it was nice to reward the fans, both goals in front of them.
Yeah, excellent. I mean, in fairness to the fans, that's some effort, by the way, this month. So I met someone with a crazy hat today. That's his lucky hat. So I've told him when I walked off he's got to wear that forevermore, as do I, by the way. Although come May I might be sweating under this hat. But I really think sincerely that that's some effort that to come and watch us, especially when it's on TV. So and on a Sunday. So thanks very much for that. I think the lads definitely appreciate it, and we need them even more so when we're not playing great. And first half we weren't playing great. So appreciate them. Try and encourage them when we leave the pitch and when we come back on. And like I said, I thought we'd done enough.
So the month-long tour's over. It's back to Pride Park next week, playing for points at home. First time you will have done that since the end of October. It's a big old game next week, Sheffield Wednesday. It has that sort of big game feel about it. Yeah,
well, we've got big game players, so I think the bigger the game, the better. I think, Sheffield Wednesday will come to our place, wanting to win, obviously, and that will suit us. So I think it will be an absolute blow-for-blow game. That's what I'm expecting, and they're the sort of games that I want to be involved in. They're exciting games. I don't want to manage games where teams come and park the bus, or it's all slow and everything's time wasting. I want to play games in where it's end to end and it's a right old game. So I'd like to think that it would be a good game. Well, it'll be a good crowd, and something hopefully we can make a memory for for the Derby fans. So that's what we're intending. We just get through this week. Hopefully have a couple of players back this week. Curtis is doing really well, as is Mendes and Hayden. So with any luck we might better throw them into the pack, and it will just strengthen our team.